everyone, I'm Chef Julie Andrews, and this is Dr. Elizabeth Felton, neurologist at UW Health, and we are in the Learning Kitchen today making really fun ketogenic recipes.
Yes, so the ketogenic diet is a high-fat, low-carbohydrate diet that we use for patients with epilepsy. The version that I use typically is the modified Atkins diet, which has a 10 to 20 gram per day carbohydrate limit, and then they eat lots of fat. And so we're always looking for nice, high-fat, low-carbohydrate recipes.
Awesome. Well, today we are going to make tacos,
Yum.
which typically taco shells have a lot of carbohydrates. They're made with carbohydrates. So we have a really fun way of making taco shells with cheese,
Great.
which is low carbohydrate.
Excellent.
And so we are using sharp cheddar cheese. And now one trick is to shred your own cheese. So get the block of cheese and then shred it yourself because it doesn't have that anti-caking added to it. It's an agent that they use in shredded cheese that does have some carbohydrates in it.
Okay.
So this is even lower carb than if you were to get shredded cheese. And now these go in the oven for about 5 to 7 minutes, just until they're nice and melted.
Okay. What temperature?
We're doing 350. So while our cheese taco shells are baking, we can make our filling, which is also super delicious. So we have ground beef, and we use 80/20, has a higher fat content. And then we are using chorizo. So this is pork chorizo, which has a lot of Mexican spices in it. It has a ton of flavor, and it also has quite a bit of fat in it. So it's adding a really nice amount of fat to our mixture here. So essentially we just break this up and get it sauteing, and then once everything's browned and cooked, we can add our seasoning to it. All right, so we are gonna add some chili powder. The chorizo already has a ton of flavor, but you can't hurt by adding some more heat to it.
Definitely.
And flavor.
We just have to be a little bit careful on making sure that we count the carb content of the spices that we add. A lot of seasonings and spices do have some carbohydrate in it. Usually it's pretty small, but if you're using a lot of seasonings in a dish, you just wanna make sure you count that in the total so you know how much you're getting.
Look at those.
Wow, that looks
Isn't that awesome?
really good.
All right, so we let these sit for 2 minutes, just until they cool down just a little. And then the trick is to kind of set your bowl up like this with some spatulas, and then drape the little taco shell over it. And then as it cools, it'll form that shape, and then we have nice little, almost like hard shell tacos.
Oh, wow, perfect.
And the other important thing too is when we were baking these, we want to make sure we put parchment paper down just so that it doesn't stick to the pan. And then it makes for easy cleanup too.
Yes.
All right, so our little cheese taco shells have been sitting for about 5 minutes, and we did stick them in the refrigerator because that kind of helps them harden quicker. So we can put these on the plate, and then we can make our tacos. And you know, I have played with this recipe several times, and even overnight in the refrigerator, these do hold up. So you could use them the next day as well. So this is our chorizo and beef mixture. So we just put a little bit in each of them. And so now we can put a little sour cream on our tacos as well. So we do have to be careful with the toppings that we use and how much we add.
And always want to use the full fat version.
Yes, the full fat sour cream.
Yep.
And then our last option here for a topping that we have today is avocado.
And avocados are really great for people that are on the ketogenic diet. So they're a high-fat, low-carbohydrate fruit. They have about 17 grams of carbohydrate in a typical avocado, but you can deduct the dietary fiber. And so once you take that off, the net carb is about 3.6 grams per avocado.
Perfect.
Yeah. And so the whole recipe makes 4 servings, and it's 3.9 grams of carbs per serving.
That's pretty great.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us today.